Hey, I'm Claire,
And I'm Tara.
and we're realtors in Panama City Beach, Florida. Welcome to No Contingencies.
Welcome.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how was your weekend?
It was good. Had
Yeah?
a good time. Yeah.
Yeah?
I've
Tell me
got a
about it.
little accident here.
Yeah, black eye for the first episode.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
mom life in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
My little girl Nora, she was spotting me doing a headstand in the pool, and I got clocked in the eye by her elbow. It was really painful, honestly.
Like scale of 1 to 10, how bad did it hurt?
It was a solid 8.
Solid 8?
It was so bad. I really thought it immediately bruised, I would say, within an hour.
Uh-huh.
And I thought this morning I was going to wake up with a much bigger black eye. It is a little bit more bruised, but it's so tender.
You really can't tell it. It's almost giving you like the natural smoky eye look.
You're not the first person who said that.
I kind of dig it.
Some people were like, oh, I just thought maybe you didn't blend your makeup or it was mascara. I'm like, and nobody would say anything to me like, you got a smudge.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't always, I don't want to like nitpick. If you have something in your teeth, I'm going to tell you. But
Right.
if I think you have a bruise on your face, I'm not going to be like, what happened?
True.
True.
But if it's something you could fix in 5 seconds, like let's say it
That's
was
fair.
a makeup smudge.
When
You're gonna
I
let me
was,
walk around for all day long like that?
No, I would tell you.
Right. It's like a
I'm
booger in
sorry.
the
I'm glad
nose.
we had this conversation so that I can know.
That's what I tell my kids. If they can't fix it in, I'm sorry, if they can't fix it in 5 seconds, we don't have to point it out.
Fair. When I was 300 pounds, somebody in our office who is no longer there came up to me and was like, you have a huge bruise right here. And I was like, no, that's just the fat on my face. Thank you so much for telling me something that I can't change.
You had your own natural contour?
But according to this person, they thought it was a bruise. So,
Ooh.
it's one of those things where I'm like, maybe I don't say something.
It's better
but
left unsaid.
this is a moment in our friendship where I've learned I'll tell you.
Please. Always.
What else did you do this weekend?
I don't even know. What was this weekend? Oh, I had an open house.
Yes.
New listing,
yes.
104 Sun Lane over on the west end, Panama City Beach. On
Fabulous
a quarter.
listing.
Very fabulous. It's got a swimming pool, late 90s, all original,
Okay, I've been in this listing and it is like 90s, 80s Miami. I mean,
It's a time capsule.
It's so dreamy. I just love it. I adore it. So how was your traffic at the open house?
I had 2 actually. I had one Friday and then one Saturday. And Saturday was better. Friday was probably should have done maybe like a later in the afternoon one. But
What was
learning.
your time?
9 to 12.
9 to 12.
I was going with the idea of maybe like morning walkers or runners, and maybe they'd stop in because it's also it's over in Riviera Beach where there's a lot of short-term rentals.
Yeah.
So there's people vacationing.
Yeah.
So I was trying to catch foot traffic, but Saturday was better, and we got a couple people in, a couple showings too. It's maybe been on the market 12 days, not even. I don't even think.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't think it was that long. What kind of feedback are you getting?
Well, since it's all mint condition of original 90s decor, it's just, dated people. But I
Yeah.
always try to put a positive spin on it where you're
Yeah.
like, hey, look, it's here for you to put your own touch.
Mhm.
I think maybe you could get by with just flooring and fresh paint for a while. Like if somebody wants to come in and it's like their home and it's not, I think you could even do that for an Airbnb, honestly.
Oh, totally. I have, as you know, I did my condo tours on TikTok, and I had somebody in our office that I went and filmed at Summer House, and he was like, "This condo, I mean, it's a full renovation. It just no one's gonna want it as it is." I posted on TikTok. It's one of my most viral videos. I'm talking like dark green carpets, flamingo pink walls, and I told him, I said, "You need to start marketing this as ready to go Golden Girls Airbnb. Do you want to feel like you are in the
Ooh,
90s?"
Yeah, capture that.
Yeah, and so now whenever people are like, well, it's dated, exactly what you just said. Have a themed Airbnb. Make the theme Miami
into it,
Vice.
yeah.
Like
Because it's got good bones, really.
it's got great bones. It's a great house. And it's a cute house.
large lot.
And it has a new roof.
Yeah,
brand new roof.
Not even a month old. And then, you're half a mile from the beach, and it's one of
Yeah.
the quietest beaches in Bay County, so I love that. It's actually in a neighborhood that we used to live in for about 9 years. We have a house just down the road from there, and brought my babies home there, and we, that was our beach. Miss it, but,
Yeah.
it's a good spot.
Yeah.
a
And
good
it's
gem.
very close to our office. And there's just like, you're right by 30A. I mean, it's a great location.
I agree.
Really great location. And I mean, as someone who spends a lot of time in the office, there's great restaurants nearby and a Publix, CVS. I mean, everything you need is just right there. But you don't feel like you're in a heavy commercial area.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is special about the West End.
Yeah. The West End does have a little soft spot in my heart.
Same. But
Yeah.
what about you? Your weekend?
Girl.
Birthday party?
Yeah, so Friday, my heart is pounding talking about my weekend.
Now you know how I
Friday-
just felt. I'm like, what did I do this weekend? It's like, girl, you had an open house.
Friday, I did nothing because Saturday I went on a party bus, and the party
saw
bus picked
that.
us up at 9 and dropped us off at 3 a.m. for the
Oh
plans.
my
So
gosh.
we went to dinner at Firefly.
How was dinner?
It was good.
Okay, great.
I was not happy with what I got, and it had nothing to do with Firefly. I think it has to do with being on Manjaro, and it changes sometimes for me personally, has changed the way that things taste for me. And a couple of different people got the same dish I did, and I just like, it was not my vibe. And that is kind of where I fundamentally messed up because I didn't really eat dinner, and then I hopped on a party bus. I'm sure you saw my shoes that I posted. I bought these Gianna Beanie,
Love
not stilettos,
Gianna
but
Beanie.
like wedges. And they
It's a
have
platform.
Yeah, it's a platform. They're bejeweled. I mean, they are
So cute.
stunning shoes.
I
Obsessed
think I
with
might
them.
have those in nude, by the way.
They're brand new this season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just got
Oh,
them,
you
like,
just got
in
them?
the beginning of June
Yeah. Okay.
for
Loved
a disco
them.
party.
The jewels started falling off just in the restaurant with no touching, no nothing, just from walking. As the night progressed and I was completely sober because I'm a professional and I don't behave like that. The strap broke and I could not figure out why I kept falling. I just kept falling. I have this gorgeous spot on my knee and my arm is bruised and I'm like, why do I keep falling down? And I look down and the strap on my shoe is not
It
connected.
Broke from the actual base, like the platform of the shoe?
Yes. Yeah. It's
my
literally like a
gosh.
string now. So
I saw that photo. Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
So my shoes broke. I don't know why, because I was, like I said, I was sober. And are you not gonna laugh at my joke?
Sorry. I was like, were you? I'm so sorry. You said at first you were like,
No,
"That's where I
girl.
went wrong. I did not eat." And I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
I get what you're putting down.
I had like 3 or 4 martinis before we left.
Ooh, what
Firefly.
kind?
Started with an espresso, as always, get a little jazz going, and then the drink that got me started on Cosmos is Firefly's Pineapple Cosmo. It is one of my favorite
I've
drinks.
never had it.
It's really good. It's made with pineapple vodka, so good.
Okay, and then the party bus.
So yeah, we get on the party bus and we're just kind of pouring it up, and it was fun. We went down to AJ's in Grayton Beach.
Fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. There was a million people there. It was so hot in there. And then we left there and went to Neons and Foghorns. I've never been to Foghorns. Foghorns is where things took a turn for me.
Wait, Neon's is still open?
Mhm.
Okay, we were just having a conversation last night about that. Somebody had said that they were closing there.
Really?
Because it's also called Neon's in 42, I think, in Bay Point.
I think it's Bar 72.
72.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the one in Bay Point. There's the one on Thomas Drive. We went to the one on Thomas Drive. Obviously, I don't think Bay Point would let a party bus full of people come in there. And then we went to El Rodeo, the tequila bar on Thomas Drive. It's a Mexican restaurant that like turns into a bar at night. And when we got there, I was like, hey, y'all, my shoes are broken and my leg is bleeding. I've got to go home. So I asked the bus driver to take me home, and he did. And when I woke up the next morning, I had a random pair of shoes that were not mine that I was not wearing in my house. So
Did you?
spotty?
Maybe they gave you shoes to wear home.
No, I think they were someone else's shoes, and she just left them at my house.
Oh, got
So
it.
then I was watching my mom's 17-year-old dog, and she let me sleep like 3 hours. And then all day on Sunday, I sat in the air conditioning and suffered. So that was my weekend.
3 a.m. is when you got home.
I got home at 2:30, and then I went to bed probably at 4.
I would have been.
And I already told my friends, like, I'm too old to do this again. My ears have been ringing for 2 days, and my toes are still numb from those shoes. So, and today's Tuesday, for the record.
Oh, goodness.
So, anyways, enough about my sins of the weekend. Let's talk about,
What shall we talk about?
what should we talk about?
Real estate?
Yeah, let's talk about some real estate.
Okay, well, I just told you about my listing.
Mhm.
So, not sure if hopefully it'll be sold by the time this goes out.
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know.
that would be so fun.
I know. And it's maybe that's a good segue. When do you think is the most prime time to list your property for sale? Like if you were a seller, and you're like, you know what, I need to sell my home. When do you think is like the best time to list to like maximize your, most eyes and buyers to have
I mean, most
viewings?
eyes and buyers, I would definitely say in the summer, like the beginning of the summer. The summer is like when we have the most people here. Obviously, we're a
Yeah.
tourist town. That being said, I tell a lot of people I'm from Dothan, as you know, 2 hours north of here, and I'm always telling people from Dothan, I'm like, if you have something that you want to sell in Panama City, if you price it right, it will be bought.
Agreed.
Like this market, people want to live here. People want to be close to the beach. And if you're not asking some outrageous number and you're reasonable, and even if let's say you come in 5,000 under market value, like people are going to want to see it and somebody is going to make an offer. And, there's a lot of money in Panama City and there's a lot of people that can, pay cash and it not face them. So
I agree, especially since we have COVID, so many people came here to work from home.
yeah. So, I mean, obviously I guess I would say summer, but priced right really anytime. Would you agree with all of that?
Yeah, I was thinking, we have talked before about pricing, and you had said, you mentioned someone that you knew maybe in Georgia.
Okay, so yes, my sister, brother, and sister-in-law all live in the Atlanta area. And so, as you know, my brother passed, and so my sister-in-law put their house on the market, and then my other sister bought a new house and put her house on the market. Each had an offer within a week, and they've both already closed on those homes. Meanwhile, I've had a listing on the market since November, and it's had, 10 showings, 10 open houses, and one offer. So, and we're still under contract, still trying to get that figured out. So, I think a lot of people are like, well, right now is not a good time to buy. Like, interest rates are so high, and, what's going to happen? What's going to happen next? And I'm like, I think it's our market, Like, I think that the amount of condos that we have, okay, I'm getting a little, like,
No,
off
please
topic
share.
here.
No, this is what it's all about. It's all
But whenever
editable.
I first got licensed, the head broker of our business, the namesake of the business, had told my dad back in, the 2000s, he was like, the condo market drives our market. If the condo market's performing well, then the rest of the market is performing well. And so I think with like the influx of all these condos and people are scared to buy condos because of the collapse in Miami and,
Yeah.
they're hearing about like, well,
Milestone inspections.
I know Jim Bob, and he has a place at Fountain Blue, and I heard they got a set, and it's like, okay, it's not happening everywhere.
Right.
It's
Well,
not
Fountain Blue
happening.
is like,
Yeah, well, Fountain Blue is like, I think, what, 1962 or
I
something?
think it used to be a hotel when it was originally built.
Yes, yeah.
It's
Do you
all
know that it
studios.
used to extend into the water?
No.
It used to be right at the shoreline, and I feel like my dad told me a story of one of his friends, like, jumping off of the balcony and breaking his leg. Like thinking he could
Into
like
the
jump
water?
in the water. Yeah. Like it wasn't like deep in the water,
No,
but it touched the water.
It expanded much more on the beach. I get what you're saying.
Anyway, so people are scared of the milestone inspections. They're scared of the collapsing. They're scared because they're like, well, the HOAs are so high because HOAs, as you know, are having to get their reserves up.
Yeah.
And so people are just so turned off of condos that it's
Insurance too, but that's
Yeah.
like, hurricanes that we have. That's all the housing.
Yeah.
But that's also tied into your HOA.
I've also had a lot of people reach out to me recently and they're like, I want to live somewhere that there's not tornadoes. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about that?
Yeah, I'm not.
What am I supposed to do about the
weather.
tornadoes?
It's unpredictable.
Dear God, so-and-so wants to move here and please no tornadoes for the next 2 years. Amen. Like, I can't help the tornadoes.
No. And we are getting more of those, which is crazy, I know. But
Which is crazy. But I mean, I've kind of noticed that it seems like Tornado Alley has shifted east. Like it's like the Mississippi, Louisiana,
Yes.
West Alabama. Going to school in Tuscaloosa, like there is a tornado season. And my sister lived through the like big tornado that tore up Tuscaloosa in 2011. It was a mile wide.
yeah.
EF5 tornado. I mean, it's crazy. So all that to say, like, no, I can't help the tornadoes.
Right.
Going back to what we were talking about though,
Condos?
with condos, but then my sister's in Georgia.
Oh, yes.
My sister Tatum was buying, looking for a new home. She was living in a townhome and she wanted like a little bit of land. When I say a little bit of land, I mean like 2 acres and a ranch style home. And I think she put in an offer on maybe 3, I know at least 2 different houses and got beat out every time. And what they're doing in the Atlanta market is, let's say the house is worth $500,000, they'll price it at $475, and then they get multiple offers, and then the seller ends up walking away with an offer at $550 because these people get into a bidding war.
Yes.
And so, I don't know. I'd like to see if we could bring some of that strategy here. At the same time, it's like, is that ethical? Is that like the right thing to do?
Well, I think it's I think it's all about strategy. So whenever you come into a listing appointment, I mean, everyone has their own spiel. And I feel like coming into real estate, you're always like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And everybody does their own thing, really. And I think it's really personality based and like how you run your business, how you talk to people, how you communicate. I do feel that it depends on who you're like. First and foremost, if you're a seller and you're wanting to list your property, are you wanting to list your property or are you wanting to sell your house?
Are you wanting to list your property or do you want to sell
and
your house?
I think that is so straightforward and an honest question. I mean, that's first and foremost should be the first thing I think anyone should ask their seller. And then, so then you just kind of like lead it into, hey, this is my idea. This is where I think we are. It's been proven and this is how it should plan out. You know, I think it's important to educate and always be honest too. I mean, the market is not what it was 3 years ago. That is a fluke. You know, a pandemic really just created such a huge rise in prices. And we just need to be realistic about what's out there now. And interest rates are a little higher than they were. Are we ever going to see interest rates with a 4 in front of it? I don't know. But the minute they start dropping, the demand's going to go up and then you're going to have more competitors out there. So I think to get more competitors, either like you said, price it strategically or, you know, I don't know what I was going to say the second one, actually.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I like that idea. And I did kind of approach the listing on Sun Lane, 104 Sun Lane. I kind of approached it that way. I initially had a different number in mind, and I wanted to bring it down substantially to be strategically placed in the market. And I mean, immediately got showings right out the gate. I feel like every listing is different. Every buyer is different.
Every deal is
every
different.
Transaction
every
is so
transaction
different.
is different.
And I do feel like too, like whenever you were in school for real estate, I'm not sure what your experience was, but I'd always be like, you know, there would be these questions like, what would you do in this case? Or how does this happen? And it's like, well, it depends was always the answer. Well, it depends. It depends. And it's like, depends on what? And it's like so many things can go on from the minute you sign a listing agreement or to the minute you execute a contract, or it's like anything.
And that makes me think about like our brokers, and I'm just like, they always have an answer for everything.
I know.
How do you have an answer for everything?
I know. So yeah, I think what they're doing or whatever your family's experienced in Georgia, I think that's great. I feel like that's how I'm going to start approaching any listing that I have, because again, I've had condos 2 years ago, or a year ago. I had 2 of them that just kind of sat, and we ended up expiring because there was just no real movement in pricing.
Yeah. Well, and then like I think a lot of people don't realize too. They're like, well, Tara couldn't sell my condo. She couldn't make it happen.
Yes.
And I'm like, I have spent so much money marketing your property and getting it ready to go live and doing open houses. I've spent so much like time and effort, and no offense, no shade, but calling a spade, like you weren't reasonable and you weren't, you know, willing to listen to me on what I thought the price of your home was worth. And now here we are 2 years later and it's not worth anywhere near what I could have gotten you, you know?
If you just listened.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple of listings that I couldn't sell because the price was too high and I couldn't get the seller down. And then, you know, someone gets to come in after you and price it where you originally said, and then they end up losing another 100, 200 grand. And, you know, that's kind of a downside of real estate.
Happens a lot.
But let's keep it positive. What would you say is your most like successful, like what is your happiest transaction? What like gives you fulfillment in this career?
Great question.
Thank you.
I would say usually like when I work with first time home buyers, whenever they're looking for like that house that kind of like checks all the boxes, and not every box can get checked.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think that's a realistic thing. If you want every box checked, I think you kind of have to build. And even then you'll see something on TikTok and be like, why did I not think of that?
Always. I just renovated and I think that too. But I think it's whenever you like help a family get their first home. It's like such a big purchase for most people. And some people, like my mom, I would say was probably my favorite. She is 60 years old. And at the time she bought her first house, I think she was 58.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So single mom, worked her butt off all her life. And then finally boxes weren't being checked. And I finally had to be like, listen, for where we are, let's get closer to got to go north of the bay kind of thing. So whenever we finally got her her home, that was like huge. She got an acre lot in Defuniak. It wasn't even a property that was on the market. My aunt just so happened to be cleaning it, and it was like, hey, are they looking to sell? And it just worked perfectly.
That's awesome.
So I worked with both the buyers and the sellers were so sweet. They had just renovated the entire inside, and they raised their family there. So like whenever I make two stories meet together like that, I don't know, just it feels right.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long has your mom lived there?
2 years. Yeah, 2 years, I'd say.
That's awesome. That's really great.
My kiddos love it. An acre is a lot for somebody that age.
An acre is a lot.
I'd love to get like a pool whenever my kiddos go and visit, like, or something like a Ninja Warrior playground situation for them to just like have outdoor activities in the cooler months. But we're working on it. A fence, a deck. She needs, my brother and I need to get over there and help her out with some stuff. But she loves it. She
Maintaining
really does.
that much land. I mean, I don't know. It's like you gain so much perspective of that once you become a homeowner. I live on 3/10 of an acre. And I like whenever I bought my house, I was like, it's so small. It's
I've never been to your house yet.
Would you like to come over after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
3/10 of an acre.
I live on 3/10 of an acre.
That's a good size.
And it's great because you live on what? 1/10?
It's just a little over.
Yeah. Whenever I bought it, I was like, oh, I wish I had a bigger yard. And now, like, I'm like, I cannot manage this.
It's a lot.
I can't do it. Like,
the weeds are real.
The weeds,
they
sister,
thrive here.
The weeds. I used an entire bottle of Roundup the other day, which like nobody canceled me for using Roundup.
We're all using it
on
Shock,
a
surprise,
space as
spoiler.
big as this. A space as big as this, an entire thing. And I went out there yesterday to water, which I'm on 3/10 of an acre. I got a lot of stuff to water, and the weeds are already coming back up.
Wait, you don't have a sprinkler system?
I do. It's just so hot. And I mean, I have landscaping. Like I don't want my hydrangeas to die. I love my hydrangeas. I just planted a cypress tree with my dad. I have a magnolia that I'm trying to get to grow. Like I want my stuff to grow, so it needs to be watered every day or every other day. And so anyways, I say all that to say like an acre is a lot of property.
And it's not like manicured. There's not a sprinkler system. You know, it's just like kind of like out in the sticks, some would say. But
that's the best kind of living.
It really is. Quiet neighbors or no neighbors at all.
Quiet neighborhood.
God, so
a quiet neighborhood is so nice.
It's so nice.
As you know, I live, well, actually, I'm not going to say where I live to the internet.
Stalkers.
Yeah, no one's coming to stalk me.
Yeah.
But,
wait,
okay.
so what about you?
What about me? What?
When you said what was been one of your most favorite transactions?
Girl,
I really enjoyed doing your parents' condo with you too. You're fun to work with.
My parents' condo was so fun. It was so fun.
I feel like you made a friend for life in the buyer.
I made a friend for life with the buyer. So the story is for the folks watching at home.
The listeners.
For the listeners, for all of our fans.
Hello.
Yeah, all 5 of them. I had the listing. I couldn't get any movement on it. It was a great unit, fully renovated, gorgeous unit. West End 09 stack of Seychelles on the 12th floor, which is, in my opinion, the perfect spot to be. Not too low because you can't hear the pool if you're too. You can hear the pool if you're too low. Not too high because up high can be a little scary. In my opinion, there's some people that like it up there. 12 is perfect.
Yeah,
perfect sunset view. You've got a mile before the next tall condo building.
Honestly, the most beautiful view of the beach.
Yeah.
It was the first time I've ever been
gorgeous.
in that condominium, and I was like, whoa, we're selling this? You're like, I
So
know.
yeah, I put it on Tour of Homes. Everybody was just like, this is amazing. This is amazing. Anyways, no movement. Could not figure it out. I posted it on TikTok. The video went viral.
Oh, that's right.
And after it going viral for maybe like a week or so, I had, as you know, our girl reach out to me. And I think what made it so special was that, like you said, this woman and I are like friends for life, and we have been through some things together.
Sweetest family.
That, are unexpected. We both experienced kind of a traumatic loss at the same time.
Yeah.
And, to have someone who fully understands what you're going through, like, and
In
they're
real
going
time,
through it.
yeah.
Excuse me. That was really special. But what was so cool about it was like somebody calling you and being like, hey, I saw your video on TikTok. And then she came, and you could attest to this. She knew exactly what she wanted. She was like, this is the sales price. This is the escrow. This is who I want to close with. This is how long of an inspection period. I mean, she
the smoothest
knew her stuff.
transaction, because she was like, which sometimes you run into a really well-educated buyer. And That's why we're here. If you're not, it's not, we're not, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
But it was just like, almost like, I mean, I don't want to discount our work, but it was like, do you even need us? You know what I mean? Like, you don't even need us.
Yeah, no, she was incredible.
She was great.
And
she
then
was really good.
like learning more about her, just like she's such a boss, has her own business. And she's what, 10 years older than me? I'm 31. She's what, 41?
Oh my gosh, that's like my age.
Shut up. She is just like such a boss running this big business and mom of 2 and just makes it look so easy. And so, yeah, that was very fulfilling to me to make that friendship and meet someone who I'm like, I aspire to be like her.
Yeah.
Like she is a boss lady. And then, yeah, I mean, pretty much any transaction with my parents is always fulfilling, and it helps me relax because I just know that like if I mess it up, it's gonna be okay. Like they're there with me. Not that I expect that I'm gonna mess it up, but it's just like that extra like comfort of like, okay,
safety net.
Yeah,
it's a learning experience, and you're not like losing a client over it, or like losing money or anything like that. It's like, okay, perfect. I'm glad I experienced this with my parents or somebody you can trust on the other side, because those will happen. We're human. We're not robots here, and things happen. But speak to that. It's like there are so many moving parts in a transaction. I remember my first one. I could not believe. First of all, you get into like, just to kind of, for the listener, when you get into real estate, depending on what brokerage you join, there are like things and programs that you can further like your knowledge, but it's very much like on the job training. And you just need to surround yourself with the most knowledgeable people who are willing to help. And not everybody is, which is fine. Everybody there's different personalities, like I said, but when you get out there and you do your first transaction, I just remember it was like the tiniest amount, but whatever, every deal's a deal. And I just was like, wait, who do I need to contact? You know, there's like, you're the listing agent. Then maybe it's a buyer's agent. Then you've got your lender if this person's going to have a mortgage. And then you have title, depending on who you're working with. And even then you might have 2 people you're in touch with title. And then you've got to get an inspection. And all of these things where I was like, somebody hold my hand with every step of the way.
Yeah, totally.
And you just have to be on the same page too. Like I love starting like a little good, like I always try to tell my buyers, I'm like, hey, if you don't mind, I'd love to be in CC'd in on anything. That way it's just like clear communication. There's nothing worse than having the ball in your court and you drop it.
Oh, 1,000%.
So like,
have you ever thought about hiring a transaction coordinator?
So yes and no. I've worked deals where I've had transaction coordinators pick up where the agent kind of left off, and I didn't love it. But I guess it depends on who it is. I know that there's ones that people have in-house with the brokerage, but I don't think that's very common. I think it's mostly like sourced out. Yeah. Like freelancing, or like maybe use a company that are just transaction coordinators.
Yeah, I also feel like I'm not busy enough. For
Me
one.
either.
If I was doing like multiple deals a week, like some of the big dogs around here, then like I think I might need that help. But
yeah. Oh, I feel like that's
I'm
where
like,
the team comes into play. Like I feel like when you're on a team, everybody has their
role.
Yeah, their lane to be in. You know, you've got your buyer. I mean, we know people where they've got new agents that come on and you're just cold calling like crazy. Speaking of cold calling, have you ever cold called before?
Yes, and it like would make me cry. I can't do it.
So nervous.
Oh yeah, I'm like shaking. I'm like, hi.
I'm nervous right now. I feel like I'm on a cold call right now.
I saw you have your property listed for sale by owner, and
how's that going for you?
Yeah, and then they like hang up. I mean, that is a tough part too, because we live in such a day and age of like automated services and like so much spam. It's just like, I don't want to be an additional spammer, but at the same time, I'm a human being. Like, please don't like cuss me out because I called you. Like, I'm just trying to do my job, you know, and I'm just trying to do a good job. Yeah. And you don't have to be like ugly to me.
Yeah. You can just politely say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. Thanks for the call. Yeah. I'm not going to keep, like, I'm not that sales pitchy where I'm going to keep you like with a open-ended question. Like, 'cause there's so many things they try to sell you in real estate.
No, hit me with a no. And I'm like, okay, no means no. And if for some reason this person changes their mind, like they've got my contact info. And, you know, something that our broker, I feel like says a lot is follow up with like a handwritten note. I mean, if I want the listing so badly, then like, yeah, I will. But like, if you're ugly to me on the phone, I'm not sending you a handwritten note.
Yeah. I did that recently with a for sale by owner. I think they called for something on the floor call. And I was like, I'm going to write them a little note. And I signed it. I mean, I didn't handwrite it. I did type it out, but I did sign it and put like my card in there. Yeah. And then just did a follow-up, you know, just like, you just don't want to be so Annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's sometimes a lot of negative connotations with real estate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's a realtor here.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about that. I mean,
my
this
gosh.
market is so saturated with so many agents. When I started 3-4 years ago, we
Yeah.
had 4,000 agents. What do you think it's at now?
Oh gosh. It
Excuse me.
depends. When did you start?
2021.
Okay, yeah. So
I
then,
think
yeah.
I kind of want to say it's at least 4,500, if not more.
I know. And see, it's hard to, and honestly, it's hard to tell because you would probably be talking about like our association here that's got all the counties.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
cross the Bay County, Walton County line, you're in a different association.
Mhm.
And so some of them are that's
Yeah.
not dual agency. It's not
They're members of both
both.
boards.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And I myself, are you members of both?
Okay, I thought I was, but I'm not. I can't enter into eCar.
Oh, no.
But I mean, we have a way to do that. If you wanted to sell your home over in Walton County, I still can list it on there. But
yes.
no, I'm not a member of both boards.
Yeah, we
Just
you could
CPAR.
just do it with our
But
head.
I mean, I have to say, like, I'm so partial to Panama City Beach and Panama City, and I
Yeah.
know that area so much better that I didn't feel like it was necessary for me. That being said, we both can sell anywhere in Florida.
That's
I
true.
I
Yeah.
don't want to market myself as like, oh, I'm a 30A agent, because if someone asks me a question, I hate whenever someone's asking me something and I'm like, let me find that out for you. Oh, I don't know. Let me, and
Great question.
you're not going to know
I'll get back
everything.
to you on that.
You're not going to know
It's gonna
everything, but
happen.
I can speak with so much more confidence about Panama City and Panama City Beach than I can,
Yes.
30A or Destin or Southport or Port St. Joe, So,
Yeah, that's like what was 17 or 19 miles of a highway, and even east versus west 30A is so different.
yeah, I mean, East End, West End of Panama City Beach. I mean, I've learned so much about the West End because I always grew up East End, East End, East End. Love the East End, and as I've lived here, like, and working over on the West End. But
Yeah, I'm a
anyway,
West
so
Ender.
so I say all that to say, yeah, we have a lot of agents.
4,500, huh?
I think I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but even then, like I'm sure like what 50% of that are not really actively doing
Yeah,
it.
not really active, or they're like quiet, silent realtors, or
Yeah.
it is interesting in such a saturated market. I feel like I can name like the big dogs off
Yeah.
the top of my head, like the
think that's
names that I
common.
see the most on MLS.
I think that's common in our industry. I think they just like globally even too, if you think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
things.
totally.
Somebody once told me like it's a business that you are both your CEO and your employee at. And I can tell you I'm a great employee. And I used to bartend before this, so shocker, I'm a realtor. I think I know like 10 other people I bartended with that are in real estate too. Natural transition. But I struggle with being the CEO of my business. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that I could really do better. I was just talking about it today with somebody in our office. Marketing myself, which all costs money.
A fortune.
Tons of it.
A
I just did a just
fortune.
listed postcard mail out, and it's just like it's never ending marketing, and people don't understand like how much you put out before you even
It's-
like
Yeah, it's every day.
yeah.
It is every
Once you get the
single
ball
day.
rolling is great, but there's times that you have like nothing. It's like crickets for a while, and then
Yeah.
you might have like a good couple months. But
Yeah. What all do you have coming up? What are you doing this weekend?
okay, so my daughter's turning 8, so
Happy birthday.
yes, we are going to do, speaking of the East End, Beach Bash at St. Andrews.
Okay.
Wonderful state park that we
Yes.
have.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The jetties, call it the kiddie pool. I don't know what it's actually called, right there by the jetties. where
Yeah,
you get to
yeah.
know.
No, I think it is the kiddie pool. I mean,
It's
that's
so
what the locals
nice.
say.
I know, right? And so we're going to do that, and then we have family coming in town for that as well. So
Fun.
I've got some family from Tennessee who are actually staying with us and haven't seen our house over where we live now.
That's
So,
awesome. Very fun.
hosting. What about you?
My sister is coming down with some of her friends, and I haven't been invited to anything yet, but I'm holding out for an invitation. Other than that, I don't really have many
Much going on.
plans. I've learned
You're
though,
gonna
like
hang
as
out at
I've
your
gotten,
parents'
what'd you
baller
say?
house? You're gonna hang out at your parents' house?
Yeah, maybe.
You guys, the
Um,
view is beautiful.
It's great. As I've gotten older, I've realized I'm much more introverted than I ever realized.
Same.
And so I love just like my alone time. And one of my best friends is my 72-year-old neighbor next door. So I just go to her house and hang out
Love
with
your
Gabs.
stories of your BFF.
I know. I love her. So yeah, I don't have any like big fun plans, but I'm okay with that because I had such a crazy weekend.
Right, you
3
could
days
use a
ago.
month of recovery.
I could use a month of recovery. My stomach hasn't stopped hurting. Like I said, my toes are still numb. So
I had a couch hang with some moms last night, so I'm also in the same lane as you.
Okay, give me your top 5 restaurants.
Pescado, Gosh, the courtyard. Oh my God. Let's see. I love hunt and gather.
Ooh, good answer.
That's a good one. I'm trying to spread it around. Ooh, gosh, this is not quick fire because I can't think of the other.
McDonald's on 23rd Street.
I was gonna say Culver's, to be honest.
Y'all Culver's?
You don't know. I have a friend who would appreciate that. Let's do top 4. That's all I can think of.
Okay.
What about your top 5 restaurants? I think that's a
top
good
5?
one.
Ah, okay.
Top 3.
My top 5. The new and improved Ferrucci downtown.
Never been.
Oh, it's so good. The fried goat cheese salad. And they have a hot honey burrata pepperoni pizza. I love Firefly. I went to La Crema for the first time this year.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
I think about that molten lava cake every day.
It's tried and true.
Christo's.
Good one. And maybe the gas station
Christo's.
that serves Cubans. What's that
I
one?
don't like Cubans. That's
Oh my
the
God,
marathon.
it's the best.
The marathon on Thomas Drive / Navy Boulevard.
You go on a boat, you need pub subs and Cubans.
Oh yeah, and then give me a pub sub.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much gonna wrap us up. We've only got 45 seconds left. So
Well, thanks for listening.
yeah, thanks for listening to No Contingencies, where
No
we talk about
Contingencies.
things on the market, off the record.
Oh,
Little
yes.
thunder.
And it's raining.
And again, I'm Claire.
And I'm Tara.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.